We're going to start with Kristen's thoughts going into the weekend, and then we'll open it up to questions.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thoughts going into the weekend. It's just another game, but I think it's another opportunity for us to just continue to grow, which I think has been pretty massive about this team. I feel like each game you can see our growth as a team, individually, as a collective. So I think it's really exciting that we just have another opportunity to grow and play with each other and hopefully get a win on the road. So
then we'll open up to questions here first. Go ahead.
Alex Rohr, thank you for taking my questions. So you come from a background with Portland, so you have some history with a well-established and successful club. And here we get it from the fan standpoint, a feeling of a lot of excitement, but a lot of confidence too for such a young club. Can you compare and contrast your experience in Portland, the team, and then the new team here?
Yeah, I mean, like you touched on, it is an organization that has been together for a while. So coming into an inaugural team, there's obviously a lot of differences just in that regard. But I think for an expansion team, I've never been a part of one prior, so I can't really speak to that, but it doesn't feel like a new team. I definitely feel like I've been a part of the team for longer than a couple of months, which is a credit to the staff, the girls, to just come together. So, yeah, I mean, there's some differences, but I don't know. I don't feel a stark contrast that I anticipated feeling coming to a new team. So it's made it really easy to feel very comfortable in the environment. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just asked, I looked online and had a similar question about these last couple of clubs you played, but I didn't get a lot about where you played when you were younger, like in your club days. Can you give a little detail on that?
Yeah, so I grew up outside of Cleveland, Ohio. So I played for Internationals Football Club, which was great for me. I played at that club since I was very young and grew up through the club. And I credit a lot of my success and my mentality to the coach that I got to work with there. His name's Drofko. And yeah, that was a pretty important foundation for me to build on going into high school, into college. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that experience, and it's a great club. A lot of good players come out of it. So I'm just grateful I got to be a part of it.
Tom, we'll start with you and then Jacob.
Yes, good morning. Your trip to Seattle, the first half looked pretty miserable for the team, and I'm wondering if in retrospect it was probably a good experience, because I know the following game in Portland was not a good one, but really since then the team has played a lot better and defensively has been much better. I'm curious if you thought the adversity of that trip in retrospect was good for your team.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to encounter like all different types of adversity throughout the year, just being a new team. So to be able to unfortunately encounter that at any time is hard, but I think so early in the season was important and crucial for us because it was a massive thing to learn from. So I think whenever adversity comes and it's hard, it's important to just see the lesson in it. And I definitely think we didn't shy away from looking at those two games and why they played out the way they did. And I think in shedding light on why, we've definitely learned from that and have prevented that from being like a pattern or a thing. So it's definitely something that we've learned and grown from. So yeah, I would say, I mean, it's never a good thing, but it can be if it's something that we learned from. So.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Thank you. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us this morning. I asked this question to Casey in her segment about you guys are facing an all-ranked team that got their first regular season win on Wednesday, but along with Wednesday and Sunday's match, they have shot the ball 40 times. So I was just wondering how mindful the team is about possibly anticipating, facing a high shot count, almost like a barrage, kind of with as the saying goes, it only takes one to kind of like open the floodgates. And I wonder if you had any sort of a additional layer to that approach, being that, you used to play for the Rain and you're familiar with some of their impact players.
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with them, playing with them, and then in Portland playing against them. Yeah, I think we've just approached every game individually. And I think just knowing their strengths, and obviously that being one of them, that is something we're going to obviously seek to minimize. But I mean, I think it'll be a good challenge. I think when a stat like that is presented, it's obviously a challenge of how can we stop that, and how can we get a win on the road, and how can we get another shutout. So, I mean, I think that is going to be at the forefront of our approach, but I feel like I just kind of see each game as just another game. So I'm just excited to kind of go to Seattle and have a good battle against them, because like you said, they just got their first win. So I bet they're on a high and ready to bring that into our game. So I just think it'll be exciting to play them at home, at their home.
Cool. Thank you.
Great. Any final questions here or there? Tom, your hand is still up, but is that just still? Oh, there it is. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you.